Welcome to another episode of Bulldog TV. I'm Julissa.
And I'm Russell. On this episode of Bulldog TV, we have stories about the Tomatina, another exciting challenge, and much more.
Bulldog TV starts now.
We are. Nosotros somos. Good day.
What cow?
Hey Russell, have you heard of the yearly Tomatina that Spanish students partake in?
Not really. All I know is something to do about throwing tomatoes.
Well, you're definitely not wrong. Tia and I went to go check out the Tomatina, and there is actually a lot more meaning to just throwing tomatoes at it. Here's the story. Every year at Springdale's Murphy Park, students from HAR-BER and SHS get together to participate in La Tomatina. What is the history of La Tomatina?
Tomatina is a Spanish fiesta festival that is celebrated in Bulldog, Spain. It's on the East Coast. And it started in 1945. There was a parade, and a lot of the Spanish people were really frustrated with the dictator, Francisco Franco. Somebody knocked over one of the parade, their giant head things that were walking into a vegetable stand, and the young people started throwing tomatoes at each other.
La Tomatina is an ongoing yearly event thanks to enthusiastic AP Spanish students, teachers, and the community.
Next year's our 10th anniversary, so we hope to have it bigger and better. Every year it just depends on the students that we have and how involved and how excited they are, and also what they learn about the Spanish history and how that plays into what we're learning in our class. So we hope it continues.
The tradition of La Tomatina has carried on in schools all across the United States. What does La Tomatina mean to you?
I think it's a festival of tomatoes. What I learned is a fight with tomatoes that the students learn in the English and Spanish class, and they do this in Spain.
Local taquerias and supermarkets donated fresh tomatoes to help keep this tradition alive. How are you enjoying this?
It's really fun because it's good weather outside and we're all just all like participating, and it's just really fun that we're all getting along and doing everything together.
Students use teamwork when climbing to the top of the soap poles. What are you guys doing here?
We're here to assist the school with washing down some students after the large tomato fight they're having.
Do you guys do this every year, or is this your first time?
This is the first year I've done it. I believe another shift did it last year.
Join us next year at From Bulldog TV, this is Julissa Caldra. Bulldog TV would like to send a big woof woof to the AP Spanish classes for hosting this event.
Gaming for some people can be a controversial topic when it comes to graphics, specific gaming consoles, and how gaming has changed their life. Chris has the story. Have you ever noticed how gaming has changed over the years, and how some changes are not for the best? To some people who have played games, they have a special history, and these people even remember their first game and when they played it.
We had an old home system called Odyssey 2, which we actually have one back here. It's a console that actually predates the original Atari 2600.
That was Lego Star Wars episodes 1 through 3 back in 2005.
I played Grand Theft Auto 3, and it was probably when I was 8.
The first game I played is Ninja Gaiden Black, and when I played was 6 to 7 years ago.
Video games have come a long way from where they used to be. The graphics are top of the line, gameplay is at its best, and the stories are way better than they used to be. But sometimes that can take away the enjoyment when someone plays a video game.
I like lots of new games. Yeah, the games are super fun.
Yes, I do. They're a lot better than the PlayStation 2 games.
I think the new games are pretty decently well played out, and their mechanics are pretty well organized.
Some of it, but I don't like some of the games that's been playing in a new game station like Xbox One for the Halo 5 one.
When it comes to people who buy video games, sometimes they can be picky, not on whether or not the video game is good, but on whether or not it will perform well.
Some new games rely so heavily on the super like ultra realistic graphics and stuff like that, you lose a little bit of the charm.
Not really. I think when they do storylines, they kind of focus on that first, and then they go into like the graphics wise of it, and then just start making it a lot better.
Some of them do and some don't. It just really depends on the company and gameplay based areas.
Sometimes when people play video games, they take it way too far. But when they play with other people, they go to war.
I have to go PS4. I don't know graphics-wise. I don't base my decision on graphics. I don't base my decision on graphics.
I would prefer the Xbox One.
PlayStation 4. They have graphics that look like a Pixar movie, which I think is really cool. When it comes to gaming, there are so many consoles to choose from. PS4, Xbox One, Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and so many more. But the Wii U gets hated on so many times, and the Wii too. But some people actually like it. No, I would not. I hate the Wii.
I would not buy a Wii U, no.
Even though the game has changed, the player shall not. This is Russell Dinzer from Bulldog TV.
Wow, it's crazy how we have adapted to all these gaming advances over the years.
Most definitely. Now it's time for a quick break. Don't go anywhere.
In the U.S., more than 3.5 million people have experienced homelessness each year. 25% are under the age of 18. Most of us don't really realize what these people need. We may ignore the fact that there are many people that don't have a shelter to stay in or have appropriate clothing to keep warm during the winter, whether it may be sweaters, gloves, or scarves. Donate anything you don't use anymore that could be a use to someone else instead of throwing it away. You can change someone's life by donating him or her the necessary clothes they need. If you want to help donate anything but coats outside the cafeteria, keep your paws warm, Bulldogs! This week on Bulldog TV, we have challenged Mr. Jones to a comic book challenge. Libby and Russell show us the battle going down.
Hey, what you got there, Jonathan?
Oh, it's just Superman for tomorrow.
Hey, you know, that reminds me of something. Superman never cleans his suit.
Yeah, I mean, in a way he does, because when he flies through the sun destroys any contaminant matter on it and leaves his suit unharmed and daisy fresh.
Fair enough, but what if he gets some Kryptonian mustard on it?
I think it's safe to assume that all Kryptonian continents were destroyed when the planet exploded.
Well, okay, but, you know, Superman's Kryptonian, so his body and his sweat's Kryptonian, so let's say he's flying around and gets pit stains on it.
Superman doesn't sweat on Earth.
Okay, well, what if he shrinks himself down to the bottled city of Candor and goes and plays in a baseball game and gets all sweaty?
Then he'd probably take it to the Kryptonian dry cleaner there in Candor before he left.
Okay, smart guy, I challenge you to...
Welcome to Comic Book Quiz Off. I'm your host, Russell Dinzer, and this is the 2014-2015 challenge. We are here with Jonathan and Mr. Jones, and we're going to have a comic book challenge.
Weren't we just in the hall?
Yes, you were. Question 2. In the Dark Knight Returns series, who wins, Batman or Superman, and how do they do it?
Batman wins because he's a cheater and he has Green Arrow shoot Superman with a kryptonite arrow.
Correct. In the 1960s first issue of Justice League, who was not in the original Justice League lineup and who was in the Justice League lineup?
Zing zang! Batman and Superman were not members of the Justice League at the time. However, there was Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, The Flash, Aquaman, and Martian Manhunter.
Correct! Next question. In the Nightfall series, who breaks Batman's back?
Shazam!
Bane.
Nice! Correct. Which villain kills Superman?
Mrs.
Pow! Curses!
Doomsday.
Correct!
No!
Hugh huge shout out to Mr. Jones and Jonathan for accepting to be a part of our challenge.
Quick reminder, Bulldogs, there are 3 more days to show your school spirit. These are your remaining options.
Listen up, Bulldogs. Don't forget your options. Wednesday, dress up as your favorite TV or movie character. Thursday, support your favorite team by wearing either a college or professional team's attire. Friday, dress up as a frat or you can break out your Vans, dude. Don't be afraid to show your school spirit and your Red Dog pride. Peace out, Bulldogs.
Don't forget to dress up, Bulldogs.
The Springdale High School cross-country team has been having a great season so far. Freddie and Anna tell us more about the runners.
The cross-country team is motivated to become better each and every single day. These students have been part of the Bulldog cross-country team for
3 years.
3 years.
3 years since my freshman year. It's been a great experience for me and I enjoy many years to come.
The SHS cross-country team has brought many opportunities to the fellow teammates.
Well, this has brought me many opportunities, like one, racing, and also meeting new people from across the state and the country.
What makes the Bulldog cross-country team is the help from many supporters throughout the community.
Cross-country is more than just running. It teaches you many life lessons.
It has taught me many things. It's taught me to keep my head up and to keep trying in everything that I do, not just in running, but in school, to keep my grades up. That way I can be able to run.
The cross-country team practices together to help each other achieve their goal.
The South Nike event is an opportunity for certain runners in the cross-country team.
The Nike event is basically a big regional meet that all the top runners go from around the country, and I'm very excited to compete this year.
Make sure to go out and support your cross-country team. From Bulldog TV, I'm Anna.
Bulldog TV would like to send a big woof to the cross-country girls for winning first place at their Berryville meet this past weekend.
And that's all the news we have for you. And remember, Bulldogs,
stay classy.